English language bill. What a waste of time, what a waste of a bill to be bringing in a bill like this. And when we compare the te reo Māori to English, and people from across the House are saying, well, what is the importance of making sure that the English language is an official language of this country? Because there's no threat to the English language. There's no attacks on people who are speaking English in this country. When we think of Ngā Tamatoa, who brought in the Petihana in the 1972, brought in by Hana Te Hemara with 30,000 signatures, was because only 5% of tamariki Māori were able to speak te reo Māori at that time. There's obviously more than 5% of the people in this country that can speak te reo Māori or English. And so when we think of te reo Māori, we think of a lot of people are comparing between English and te reo Māori. What I'll tell you is, go and tell that to the kohanga reo waiting list for the 2,000 tamariki who can't access their language across the country. Go tell that to the tamariki or the students or the PhD or the academics who have a student loan for relearning and revitalising their own language. Go tell that to the ruruhi and koroheke and the paipai across the motu who have taken 3 generations to revitalise their language. Those affect us over 3 different generations. 3 different generations and more, a whole stolen generation, not only in here in Aotearoa, but across the world indigenously. When we think of Aboriginal, when we think of the Amazonians, when we think of multiple different indigenous countries around the world who are trying to revitalise and protect their language, some experts within the legal experts have stated that this is unusual in a predominantly English-speaking country because countries only tend to legislate when they're worried about preserving language. They're also worried that this bill could negatively impact the use of te reo Māori. And 61% of people opposed this in the submissions and in the select committee. It was also stated that Hobson's Pledge have been very outspoken advocates on making English an official language. They are currently hosting a petition which has over 33,000 signatures and being lobbied. I just want to ask Parliament, or ask the government, what are the actions in place to revitalise and to protect te reo Māori under the 2030 Whakatupuranga Ruamano as well? Because what we have seen is $30 million cut from Te Ahu o Te Reo Māori. We have seen $36.1 million of Māori reprioritised Māori education. And then we bring in bills to make English an official language. And what I will say is that what is the threat that is opposed on the English language, and why is it that Parliament has to have protections over the English language when we should be putting funding, we should be putting resources, and we should be putting protection mechanisms in place over te reo Māori, because also symbolism matters. And we have seen the removal of signage throughout all government agencies of te reo Māori being removed. So what does that say to us as a country when we've come so far from 1972, te reo Māori being an official language, to 2026? We now come to places where funding has been cut from our language. We have seen reprioritisation of signage, and then we have bills of the English language being an official language when it is already an official language from the Ministry of Justice.